Wow. Just wow right now. that's that's what I'm feeling because it's so obvious to me that the more difficult the meditation is, the more rewarding it is. And the more I'm learning. And life works in the same way. It's the exact same way. And I can tell, like, I don't know whether I'm going crazy or becoming more sane. But I think it's kind of the same thing in that there's probably a lot of people out there that are thinking like, what is he doing? Like, he's gone crazy. But it's it's just that I'm figuring out so much about how this works and how this operates, and it's just very rewarding at the moment. But what's come up for me lately is that I'm just this space. That's all I am. And in this space, ideas come up, thoughts arise, sensations, feelings, and I'm just this space for all these things, for these sensations, thoughts, just bubbling up. And I'm just we're just constantly judging ourselves in that a sensation will come up and we just grab onto it and we attach. And we start thinking like, oh, should I be feeling this way? Should I be thinking this thought? And we're just constantly in resistance to these things that are arising. And the only way to combat it is to love it. But really, like, be in love with it. Because if a thought comes up or some pain arises in the body and you just say, oh, I love that. I love that. That's great. But without meaning it, you're just using it as a tactic. It's just a way to get rid of it. And so it's just going to come up again and it's going to stay. And until we realize that we're just love. That's all we are. It's just this big space of love. And to not be in resistance with anything that comes up and anything that arises. So more specifically, I started noticing that my thoughts there was a lot of them, a lot of thoughts. And I was wondering, like, am I being too creative? Am I forcing creativity? Because I remembered that when I was in the meditation center doing a course, that my mind was much more quiet. And so now I was thinking back to that past circumstance of having a quiet mind and thinking, oh, should my mind be quiet right now? And I wasn't loving just being creative and having these creative thoughts and loving them. And I was just in resistance to them. It's like, obviously they're serving a purpose right now. Just continue to go with it and to love these sensations and these feelings and thoughts that are coming up and use them. And don't stop being in resistance to everything and just love it. Just love, love, love. Because that's all we are. This big space of love. And it's just becoming more and more obvious. And I hear it a lot from others. And it's easy to understand at the intellectual level, but once one starts experiencing it, then everything changes. And so if you're out there and you're wondering if you should be feeling this way, just love that. Because if you're feeling pain and you're feeling discomfort and you're questioning, then you're growing. You're growing, and just love whatever situation you're in. Because that's all we are, is love. Oh gosh, I'm a hippie now. But yeah, it's been great. I'm already, this is day 22, 22 days in, and things are starting to escalate, and everything's happening faster, and it's a crazy time, but I'm in love with it. So love your experience as well. Talk soon. See ya.